Good morning, children. We were reading lesson number 7, and lesson number 7 is importance of water. In this lesson, so far we have read about the importance of water in our life also, as well as in the lives of the animals and the plants. These are water animals, aquatic animals, then amphibious animals, aquatic plants. These all we have read. In our previous class, we did ABC part also and these keywords also. Now today it's the time to write the answers of D part and E part. First start with D first question. What is D first question? That is, name any two water bodies that exist on the surface of earth. Means you have to write the name of two water bodies that exist on the surface of earth. What you can write? Anything you can write. Rivers, ponds, lake, seas. Here you can see in your lesson also it is written about various types of water bodies. Here you see it is written rivers, ponds, that you can write it rivers and ponds. Now here it is rivers and ponds. Now second question of D part. What are animals living in water known as? We all know water means aqua, and the animals which live in water are known as aquatic animals. The question is, what are animals living in water known as? And the answer will be aquatic animals. You will write in this way: the animals living in water are known as aquatic animals. AQUATIC, aquatic animals. And write names of two such animals. And in your activity, you have pasted the pictures of two aquatic animals. Here, these are aquatic animals: whale, seahorse, prawn, octopus. Any two animals name you can write. And here you can see it is written about water is the habitat for many animals. Animals living in water are called aquatic animals. It is written here. And then you will write the second part of this answer of second part, that is, the two aquatic animals are whale. You can write seahorse also. You can write prawn also. You can write octopus also. You can write fish also. So it was the answer of D second. Now D third you will write. And D third question is, what are amphibious animals? Amphibious animals means we have read about aquatic animals. Aquatic animals means the animal which live in water. And amphibious animals means the animals which can live in water also as well as on land also. Here you see it is written about amphibious animals. Here, there are some other animals like frog, turtle and crocodile that can live both in water and on land. Such animals are called amphibious animals. Means how you will write the answer? The animals which can live both in water and on land are called amphibious animals. You can write, for example, frog and turtle. Here you can see the picture, frog and turtle. Example also you can give. Frog and turtle are the examples of amphibious animals. Now next is, here you see, write names of 4 aquatic plants. 4 aquatic plants means aquatic animals we have read. The animals which live in water are known as aquatic animals. The plants which live in water are known as aquatic plants. You have to write the names of 4 aquatic plants, and here you see it is written. We call such plant. Water is a habitat for many plants. We call such plants as aquatic plants. Means the plants which grow in water are known as aquatic plants. You have to write 4 examples. In vertical way, you will write the 4 points. First one you can write lotus. Then you can write, you write those words which spelling is easier for you to learn. You can write lotus, you can write water lily, duckweed, hydrilla, water lettuce, etc. Then next question is, how do plants absorb water from the soil? Plants absorb water from the soil, that we all know, and in standard 4 also we can you must have read that the long roots of the plants help to transport water from the soil to different parts of the plants. Means plants absorb water from the soil with the help of their roots. Here you see, where is written the answer? Answer must be written here. Plants absorb water from the soil with the help of their roots. Here you see, second point is written. Plants absorb water from the soil with the help of their roots. In second line, answer is written. Then just see what is the next question. And next question is, it is, state 2 common methods of drawing out groundwater. Deep under the ground water is present, that we all know. Then how can we draw out groundwater? That you have to do, you have to write, and first common ways you have to write. Here you see, groundwater can also be drawn out and used for irrigation with the help of a water wheel. Then first one point, what you will write? Water wheel. And then the second point, whale with the use of pulley also. And then tube well. By tube well also, in which a long pipe is inserted deep into the ground, where it dips below the groundwater level, and water is then drawn up by using a hand pump or an electric pump. So water can be, underground water can be drawn out by tube well or water wheel, that you can write. Then first answer. Besides its domestic use means, you know, water is used for our household purposes, that is domestic use. State 3 other uses of water, means apart from these, bathing, washing the clothes or cleaning the utensils, other uses of water you have to write. And here you see on the very first page, in importance of water, it was written. Here you, yes, water is also used for irrigating the fields, generating electricity, and for transportation. So what you can write? Apart from domestic use, 3 other uses of water is, First point you will write irrigating the fields. Second point you will write generating electricity. And third point you can write transportation. So that will be the answer of E first question. Then second question of E part we will see. How does water help in excretion of waste materials from animal bodies? Water helps in excreting waste materials from animal bodies, and how it helps, that we have to write, and the answer is written here. All animals drink water, that you all know, and this helps them in digesting their food. The nutrients present in food get dissolved in water, and it helps their bodies to absorb the nutrients. The animal body also produces waste materials. And how does water help in it? Some of these waste get dissolved in water and are excreted in the form of urine. This we will write in this way. Water helps in the excretion of waste material from human body. Then next question of E part is, list any 4 ways in which water is important for plants. We all know water is important for us also as well as for plants also. Then 4 ways we have to write how water is important for plants. And here are the 4 ways written. In 4 points you will write in the following ways water is important for plants. And first point you will write, plants need water for preparing their own food. Then you will write second point, plants require water for germination of seeds. Third point you can write, water is a habitat for many plants. And fourth point you can write, water transports the nutrients to various parts of the plant. These are the 4 points. Water is helpful or important for plants in the following ways. First point you will write, plants need water for preparing their own food. Second point, plants require water for germination of seeds. Third point, water is a habitat for many plants. And fourth point, water transports the nutrients to various parts of the plants. Now next question. E4th. How can groundwater be drawn out through tube wells? How can we draw out groundwater through tube wells? In tube wells, long pipes are inserted deep below the ground, and then with the help of pump, water is being drawn out. Here you can write, in a tube well, a long pipe is inserted deep into the ground where it dips below the groundwater level. Water is then drawn up by using a hand pump or an electric pump. So understood E4th answer? From where you have to write? Here you can see, in a tube well, a long pipe is inserted deep into the ground where it dips below the groundwater level. Water is then drawn up by using a hand pump or an electric pump. So it is the answer of 4th question of E part. Then 5th question we will see. What is a step well? A step well you have seen in the picture. Steps are there all around the well. That is, here you see, step well. A step well is a well having steps on all sides. What you will write the answer? A step well is a well having steps on all sides. Now come to next question. Next question is, how is water supplied in cities? In cities area, children, you must have seen now a network of pipe system is there. Water is supplied to our home through a network of pipes. That only you have to write. Here in the last paragraph of this lesson, this answer is written. Here you see, river water is usually purified by a series of processes that make it fit for drinking, and this purified water is then sent to homes and offices through a network of pumps and pipes. So how water is supplied in the cities? You will write, in cities the river water is purified by a series of processes and then it is sent to homes and offices through a network of pumps and pipes. So this is the answer of E part. Children, your today's homework is you have to write the answers of D and E part in your science notebook, and then you will submit it on our WhatsApp group. Although I will give you PDF of these answers on our WhatsApp group. Now some value based questions. Here you see, value based questions. You all know these questions inculcate moral values in us. Here you see what is written. During the summer vacation, Kanika is a name of a girl. Kanika went to stay with her grandparents. In summer vacation, as you go like this, Kanika also went to stay with her grandparents. Her grandparents lived in a small village. There was a pond near their house. Near the house of Kanika's grandparents, a pond was there. Her mother would often tell her that the pond that had many fish in it and flowers like water lily and lotus could be seen in it. Means in that pond, aquatic animals were also there as well as aquatic plants were also there. Kanika was sad to see that there were no flowers blooming in the pond. Her mother told that flowers were blooming earlier, but now Kanika was very sad that there was no flower. Also, there were hardly any fish. Fish was also not there. She noticed that some women were washing clothes and some people were bathing their cattle in the pond. Means they were polluting the river, polluting the water of the pond, and that's why no flower was there and no fish. She could now understand. Now Kanika understood that it was such pollution that had made pond water unfit for the fish. As water was dirty, so it was not fit for the fish and the flowers. She shared her concern with her grandparents. Means she told that she was very much concerned about fish and flowers. Her grandparents assured her that they would ask the village panchayat to take steps to reduce the pollution of the pond water. Grandparents assured her that okay, they will talk to village panchayat to reduce the pollution of the pond water so that again flowers and fishes will be in that. State the values displayed by Kanika. Kanika displayed which value? That we should not pollute the water. Second is, name 2 aquatic animals and 2 aquatic plants other than those mentioned above. You have to write those 2 aquatic animals which are not mentioned here. You can write seahorse, prawn, that is not mentioned in this value based story. 2 aquatic plants you can write, that is not mentioned here. You can write water lily and water lettuce or water hyacinth because lotus is mentioned here. Then discuss in your class the steps that the village panchayat can suggest to reduce pollution of pond water. Village panchayat means you must be knowing, children, the local self-government of villages. So you discuss in your class that which steps village panchayat can suggest to reduce pollution of pond water. Village panchayat can suggest no bathing will be there, no washing of clothes will be there, no throwing of garbages will be there, and then the river pond water will be cleaned. So that's all for today. Your this lesson number 7 has been completed. You do your homework, write the answers of D part and E part in your science notebook and submit it on our WhatsApp group. Goodbye and thank you.